So ever since the announcement of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, one of the biggest questions that the entire community has had on their mind is what exactly happened to Midas. Now, of course, with the game coming out on October 1st for some people and on October 4th for everybody else, we will obviously have all of these questions answered when the game does fully release. But I figured that it would be really entertaining to look over some of the little teasers that they gave us within the actual beta itself, all while at the same time getting some predictions from you guys, hopefully in the comments. So of course, like always, let's waste no more time and let's get right into it. So to start things off, if you guys missed my last video, which is called the Midas side mission, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have an eye up top so you guys can go and check that out. But just to sort of summarize it, in the side mission, they tell you a little story about the girl's grandfather. In there, you find out that the grandfather was a part of the Cold War. He crash landed on Aurora and decided to take this moment to pretty much rebuild an entire life. So of course, fast forward a couple of years and now he is a grandfather. Now, what I really found interesting was the fact that they really went into detail in the story. They started talking about how you should always honor no matter what decisions they make, even if it is against the law for them to completely abandon their duty. So this now sparks up the question of, is Ubisoft sort of hinting in this situation right here that Midas maybe crash landed and decided to take that opportunity to go ahead and start a completely new life? Because I mean, realistically, you could have attached the story of finding Midas' scarf to just about 1,000 different ways, so why specifically would they choose this? Now, moving into the second theory is, could Midas have gotten kidnapped by one of the lieutenants from the Wolves? Now, the reason why I think that this is a viable option is simply because, for one, we know that Midas is 100% alive based off of the information that is given to us in the investigation journal. And if you make your way back to Era 1 and you go ahead and talk to Holt, which is located in the medical center, amongst a bunch of different questions that you can ask him, one of those is, where is Midas? So in the background right now, I'm going to play for you guys exactly what he says in this.
I wonder if Midas made it.
That dude crossed the border outside Juarez, blackout drunk in Ranger panties and flip-flops. If anyone can hold it together out here, it's him.
God, you remember that?
If he's out there, we got a shot.
Maybe.
Give me the three of us. You, me, Midas. We'll find that piece of shit, Walker. Run him right into the ground. We got to. For Weaver.
You're not exactly in fighting shape right now, man. You gonna be able to walk again?
I better. This ain't no way for me to go out.
You get some rest, pal.
Now, the most important information that I gathered from all of this is the fact that Holt is very centered on the fact that he wants to be a part of taking down Walker as well as Midas. So my theory at this point was, maybe we have to take down all of the lieutenants and somehow we're going to end up finding Midas, where he along with Holt will jump in and join us to take down Walker. That would be extremely interesting, and I think a lot of people would really enjoy it. But now we're going to touch up on my final theory, and that is, could Midas have betrayed us and joined the Wolves? During that initial previous talk with Holt, one of the things that he mentioned is that Midas is very much capable of surviving on his own, and it's very obvious and very clear that all of the ghosts are aware of this, including maybe Walker. So clearly the smartest option would be to recruit Midas into the Wolves, which would give him the upper hand and he would now know all the information about Operation Greenstone. Now, another thing that I also found really interesting in the beta was that if you went ahead and entered the investigation journal, in there you were actually able to find a bunch of different things, one of which was labeled as where is Midas, where if you went ahead and tried to pin the mission, it said in time everything will be revealed. Now, of course, the moment that I saw this, I instantly thought about the first two theories, and honestly for a good 30 seconds or so it made a lot of sense in my mind until I scrolled down a little bit more on the list and found the following question: who betrayed the ghosts? At this point I was completely confused, and honestly I tried to pin the mission and it had absolutely no details on it. This is extremely interesting to me because obviously they know that Walker betrayed them, and right off the rip, as soon as you make it into Era 1, you are familiarized with Walker, so it would make absolutely no sense why they would add this as a mission that you have to figure out over time and find clues for. But instantly that's where the third theory just clicked into my mind, that it could very well be possible that Midas betrayed us and decided to go into the Wolves. So as you guys can see, there was a lot of interesting teasers or information that was put out throughout the beta. And as I was looking over this information, it really started to make me wonder, what are some of the predictions that you guys have for what exactly happened to Midas? It's going to be interesting to go back and read some of the comments to see exactly who was right once the full release is here. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like on it and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all types of Breakpoint content. I'm going over all of the footage day by day that I recorded for the entire beta, and I'm finding little bits and pieces here. So I'm trying my very best to get some videos out for you guys to keep you entertained until the release of Breakpoint. So if I end up missing an upload date, just make sure that you guys turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. And obviously obviously so you can stay up to date on everything related to Breakpoint. Anyways, that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one.